Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Lizzie. Thank you guys so much for your love on my previous makeup video. I really do appreciate it. Today I am here with a soon-to-be bride, and this is just a pre-wedding makeup that I am about doing on her. First thing I did was to wipe off the dirt from her face using Blossom Micellar water. Next up, I went in with MIS Bomb Moisturizer. It's actually called Miss or MIS, just to moisturize the face and keep the skin clean. Next up, I went in with Pond's, and this actually serves as primer for me. It actually keeps the face matte and it removes every excess oil. Now I'm just going to moisturize her lips using a transparent lip balm, and now I'm going to go ahead to apply foundation on her face. And these foundations that I'm using are from Gele brand. And as you can see in this video, her neck is really dark and her face is really light, and she laid so much emphasis on them even before I started the makeup, so I needed to be extra careful. So the first thing I did was to contour her face using the darker shade of Gele foundation that I just showed you guys in the video. I went ahead to contour her cheekbone and her forehead and then her nose. Next off, I went ahead to use a light shade of foundation which matches her skin tone a little bit. So I went ahead to use a light shade of foundation as a highlighter, just to highlight her T-zone areas underneath the eyes, the jaw and the forehead, and also the nose. So I went ahead with the foundation, and the shade is 025. I really cannot remember the darker shade of foundation, but I'm going to link it up in this video so that you guys can see. So she kept on laying emphasis on the fact that the makeup has to be really light. Right now I am using this concealer from Adventure, and this is all matte. Like, once you're applying on your face, you need to make sure that you are blending everything out. Now I'm just spraying this setting spray from Kiss Beauty. I love this setting spray a lot. It's actually cost effective and it does the job perfectly. So I'm just going to blend. What I did was I put my beauty sponge inside water and then just dried everything out by squeezing it a little bit. Just make sure that your beauty sponge is actually damp. And now I'm just tapping on the face. Make sure that you do not drag. Like I said before, she was insisting, she kept on emphasizing on the fact that she doesn't appreciate too much makeup on her face, so I had to be really careful. Right now I'm going in with this V Beauty powder, and this is their palette that I am holding right now. So in the places where I need to contour, I went in with a dark shade of powder, and in the areas where I needed to highlight, I went in with a lighter shade of powder. Not too light though. You can see how everything is just minimal in the video. And one thing you have to note is that it needs to match with her neck. If the neck is so dark and the chest is really bright, make sure that you apply the foundation on the neck so that the face matches with the chest and also the neck. But in this case, her neck is so dark, so you are making sure that you make the face match with the neck. So I went in with Adventure setting powder and then just applied that on the T-zone areas. Next up, I went in with blush. So I'm going to drop all the details for the product that I used in my description box so that you guys can see. But then you mustn't necessarily get the product that I am using. You can just get from any brand. Trust me, it will definitely work for you. Just get from any brand and just try to replicate what I have done in this video. So now I went ahead to just set her brows using my powder from V Beauty. I went in with a lighter shade of powder, and now I'm using this Davis brow pencil in the shade 0.03 to line underneath her brow and then the top of the brow. So I just connected the line at the top of the brow with the one underneath, and right now I'm just shading the brow, especially in the area where it seems like she does not really have enough hairs. So for concealing, I went in with Gele concealer just to conceal underneath the brow. So next up, I went ahead to just blend everything with a smaller brush. Just blend. Blending is key. You want to make sure that you blend properly. Right now I'm applying that same concealer at the top of her lid, which is the crease area, and then now I am just going in with powder. So for this eye makeup today, I just used powder, my powder from V Beauty Cosmetics. I went in with a light shade of powder, and then at the outer corner of her lid, which is the crease area, and then towards the transition area, I went in with a darker shade of powder, and she loved it. Now I'm just going in with an eyeliner, and then I'm using this black shade of Lippy from Cheek Cosmetics, and now I'm just applying mascara on her natural lids, and this mascara is from Classic Cosmetics. And at this point, I'm just going to go in with the eyelash glue. This is actually the normal hair bond that we use, so I applied it on the crease area on the lid right there, as you can see in this video. Applied on the band as well, the eyelash band, and then just place that right on her eyes, and everything just stuck to perfection. Yep, so use that trick, it works like magic. Now I'm just lining her lips with this Davis brow pencil that I initially used on her brows. Now I'm going in with a nude shade of Lippy from my Cheek Cosmetics. I love that product a lot. They have this big palette, and I'm just going to blend all of that and ask her to smack her lips against each other. Go in with the pencil again and blend. I also went ahead to apply a white shade of Lippy from that same palette, and then I asked her to blend, and then I went in with gloss. Gloss just changes the whole look. I'm actually a glossy kind of girl. It changes the whole look and brings everything together. So just blend all of that in and you are good to go. Right now I'm just dusting off the excess setting powder on her face. If you're working on a dark client, make sure that you don't use white setting powder, because it's going to be really difficult for you to blend all of that out. That was why I went in with this particular shade of setting powder. So just blend all of that out. Now I am just going to apply highlighter, and this highlighter that I'm using is actually an eyeshadow, a gold eyeshadow from Jordan Hill eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to apply it underneath the brow and on her cheekbone, her jaw, her forehead, and her nose. As you can see in the video, the whole look is already coming together, and she really loved it. Like, she wanted it to be very subtle. In fact, at this point she was already excited, like the way everything was just coming together, and I was excited as well. Right now I'm going to go in with this Kiss Beauty setting spray all over her face, just so that the whole makeup can be intact and it can last long. At this point I'm just going to apply edge control and then wrap her head. She wanted her head to be wrapped, so the first thing I did was to place the fabric on her head. I folded the edges and then I made some pleats. I made about 3 to 4 pleats. This fabric is really soft, so you need to be extra careful. In this part of the world where I stay, in Benue State, Nigeria, this is actually called ange. In Tiv language, is actually a cultural attire. So I'm going to place one hand of the fabric right behind her ear so that I can form like a V in front of her head, and then I'm going to bring this hand of the fabric, just place it right above. As you can see, in this video, and then I'm just going to continue making my pleats. Like I said, this particular fabric is not so strong, so you need to be extra careful. It's really soft. So in the places where you know you need to secure the fabric with office pins, please go ahead to do that. So I actually used office pins to make sure that everything stays intact. So I placed office pins. Where you need to use more than 2, 3, go ahead and do that. So after arranging the pleats properly, I went ahead to, I just repeated the same thing with the second hand of the fabric, and she loved it a lot. I think I lost some clips, but here is the finished look, guys, and I'm loving everything. Actually, I'm actually a sucker for minimal makeup. Like, I love minimal makeup, and this bride just killed it. Her smiles just changed the whole game. It took the makeup to 100, and I loved every part of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've not watched my previous videos, I'm going to link some of them to this particular one. Please do that, help your girl grow. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. And also don't forget to turn on your notification button so that each time I post, you get a notification and you'll be the first to know. I love you all so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. My name remains Lizzie. Bye.